Hello learners, welcome to Maceo Knowledge Hub. Today we are talking about poetic or literary devices. Actually, poetic devices are literary techniques used by poets to create rhythm, enhance meaning, evoke emotions and add beauty or intensity to a poem. They are essentially the tools in a poet's toolkit that transform ordinary language into something more artistic and impactful. Think of them as special effects of words. Just as a filmmaker uses camera angles, music, and lighting to create a specific mood or convey a deeper message, a poet uses poetic devices to achieve similar effects with the language. Okay, let us go in a deeper way. There are 5 types of figure of speech. Okay, they are comparison devices, sound devices, imagery devices, structural devices, and creative devices. As you all know, comparison devices are used to compare the things. They are of 2 types named as simile and metaphor. How simile works? Simile uses the words like or as to make the comparison. For example, face shines like a star. Here the word like is used by the poet, so it is simile. The metaphor, how it works? Metaphor directly equates 2 things. Example, she is a lioness. So the poet compares the person directly to a lioness. The next one is sound devices. Which are the sound devices? Alliteration, assonance, consonance, and onomatopoeia. Alliteration is the repetition of the initial sound in words, that is, the repetition of the first letter of the words. What is assonance? Assonance is the repetition of vowel sound in words. Same as consonance is the repetition of consonant sounds anywhere in the words. What is onomatopoeia? It is the use of a word that describes its sound. The other one is imagery devices. Which are the imagery devices? They are imagery and symbolism. When the poet describes something so that it creates an image in the reader's mind, then it is imagery. Image. Symbolism is the use of objects to create images. That is, when an object or concept is used to represent something, then it is symbolism. Yes, clearly how can we differentiate these two? Imagery uses descriptive language to create vivid mental images. It paints a picture with the words. But symbolism uses objects, characters, or events to represent abstract ideas or concepts. Symbols often carry deeper meanings beyond their literal interpretation. In essence, imagery is about creating a picture, while symbolism is about creating a meaning. The next one is structural devices. Which are they? Repetition, anaphora, refrain, enjambment, inversion. Actually, structural devices focus on the structure and organization of the words and lines. Don't confuse with these structural devices. Apparent from the name, repetition repeats a word or phrase for emphasis. What is anaphora? Anaphora is the repetition of initial words at the beginning of multiple lines. What is refrain? Actually, refrain is the repetition of a line or phrase at regular intervals throughout the whole poem. Enjambment occurs when a sentence continues from one line to the next line without a phrase. Check for inversion. Inversion changes the word order in a line to make a poetic effect. Example, on every morrow are we writhing. Grammatically, it should be we are writhing. But here, what is written is are we. So simply inversion is a changed word order. The last one is creative devices. Creative devices are used to create imaginative language. They are personification, hyperbole, oxymoron, antithesis, synecdoche, epithet. Personification shows human characteristics to anything other than humans. When the poet exaggerates something means it really is not true but used to make a poetic effect, then it is hyperbole. If the poet uses opposite consecutive words or two adjacent words have opposite meanings, then it is oxymoron. How antithesis works? Antithesis uses two opposing ideas in a line to create emphasis. In oxymoron, combining two words give different meanings. Antithesis puts two contrasting ideas just for a poetic effect. Example, count to 12 and we will all keep still. Here, how can we keep still if we are counting? But this doesn't make a third meaning out of it. The next one is synecdoche. In synecdoche, a part represents the whole thing or a whole represents a part of it. Example, her terrified hands will die. Here, her hands are shown as terrified, but she herself is terrified. Her hands, her part is representing her whole body. And the last one is epithet. Epithet uses an adjective before a person or a thing to describe it. That is a word describing the adjacent noun. Here the example is golden squashes. I hope this video will help you. Don't forget to like, comment and share. We will see in the next video with new topic. Till that, Rekha Sundar signing off.